Good day, everybody. This is Kevin with Wild Adventures. I wanted to come up here and take you on a trail and show you just what I'm doing nowadays. Sorry if it gets a little wobbly because I'm filming this while I'm holding a selfie stick. I don't have my dash cam set up quite yet. So what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm Kevin Uberry. I'm from here in Casper, Wyoming, which is in the center of the state. And what I'm doing is creating a podcast. And I'm taking you to the spot where I'm going to be filming my first podcast. My family has been here all of my life. I'm 60 years old. And I've been in the restaurant business since 1984. Our family's owned 7 different restaurants here in Casper. We started out with a fast food place called Arthur Treacher's. We turned that into a family dining unit called Partners. After that, we changed it to Adam's Rib. It was barbecue and steaks and whatnot. Then we opened up a restaurant called Joseph's, which was fine dining, downtown Casper. And then we opened up a Mexican restaurant, or bought a Mexican restaurant from the previous owners called El Jaro, which was here forever, famous for the green chili. And we sold a lot of it and won a lot of trophies with it. Then I left culinary school to come back to Wyoming and create Casual Jack's, which was out on CY Avenue. After that, in 2012, I opened up a bar and grill called the Fort Saloon and Eatery. And we just sold it in August of 2025. So I got kind of nervous, not knowing what I was going to do yet. Sad and all that, because I've been in the restaurant business my whole life, pretty much. And I ran into a friend, my next door neighbor, actually. His name's Marshall, who is into videography and has talked me into getting into that, which is right up my alley because I was planning on doing a podcast anyways. So he's teaching me all the ins and outs, and come November, I will be completely certified in everything, including legal videography, which is doing depositions, setting up the cameras in the courtrooms, filming attorney-client meetings, stuff like that. And I can also do weddings and real estate, corporate stuff, music venues like concerts and whatnot. But to top it all off, I'm going to be doing this podcast. I'm a chef, and I have thousands and thousands of recipes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach people how to go out in the wild. Hence the name Wild Adventures. It's WYOLD Adventures. And our website will be up and running soon, wildadventures.net. And anyways, I'm going to take people out of the wild and teach them how to cook. You don't have to do just hot dogs and burgers, man. There's all kinds of things that we can do. Check out this scenery up here, man. I mean, this is why I picked this spot. You'll see where I'm going to do my first podcast. Don't know the recipe yet, but it's going to be something cool. I'm going to teach people how to do all kinds of beef recipes, chicken, fish, pasta plates, Cajun plates. I can pretty much do it all, and even cold plates, different kinds of crazy salads and whatnot. I'm going to teach everybody my techniques that I've learned through the years, through my experience, and little kitchen hacks that most of you might not know. And you'll be able to go out in the woods and cook like a chef right at the campsite, blow everybody's mind, your friends, family alike. You can glam it up without having to get expensive. Most people think that fine dining and upper class restaurants are expensive because of ingredients. While that may be true, Most of it is technique and just the little tricks of the trade, which I plan on teaching all of you. I've been wanting to do this for a minute, so I'm very, very excited. My gig, although I'm going to be teaching out of my home kitchen as well, is mostly going to be outdoors. I'm going to be doing the overland thing where I'm out by the lakes and the mountains and you name it. And I think one of my coolest videos, which will be coming up, I'm going to film it from Fremont Canyon, which is out by Alcova Reservoir in Wyoming, just west of Casper. Anyways, look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. Getting out here and doing it the wild way, the crazy way. But anyways, I think probably one of my coolest videos will be when I catch brook trout right out of the stream, clean it, and prepare it right there, right at the back of the Jeep, right out in the wild. And I know a lot of people don't like trout because they think it kind of has a fishy taste, but not the way I make it. Just let me tell you, after I teach you the way I make trout, you'll never eat it a different way again. And I can make trout almondine and all that, but I have a special recipe that I'm going to be sharing with everybody, along with everything else. But anyways, you can see from the drive that it's just so pretty up here. And where I'm headed, I went all over up here to pick the perfect spot for my first podcast, and I think I nailed it. I think that this is going to be it. Anyways, I happened to come across a friend, my neighbor, like I was saying earlier, Marshall. He's been doing videography since 1990. And I was going to lean towards doing a food truck and do catering and stuff like that. I even thought about opening up another little restaurant, smaller venue, because I had a pretty big place. The last one I had over 30 employees, and it was a big unit with a bar and grill and stage, dance floor, pool hall, all that. And just got tired of it. It was time. I've been doing it since 1984. So it was time to move on and do the next thing. But anyways, back to the videography. The reason I decided to get into that is because my neighbor, Marshall, who lives next door to me, has been doing this pretty much most of his life. He happens to be the same age as me, 60 years old. And he kept talking to me about it. Long story short, I ended up going to church with him to see how he operates the cameras, because he's part of the camera crew over at Highland Park Community Church, which I believe is the biggest church in Wyoming. But now he's got me on the video crew. He's got me going to church again, which is a good thing. And it kind of sparked it in me, and I decided, why not? I'm going to give this a shot, and I'm going to do the same thing. So we're going to be kind of partners, so to speak, and specializing in the legal videography. Just check out this view, man. If you can't hear what I'm hearing, yesterday when I was coming up through here, there was wild turkeys chirping in the background, and I ran into geese and swan, deer, snakes even. I ran into all kinds of wildlife. If you haven't been to Wyoming, I believe it's the greatest state in the world. I live in a town, Casper, that is in the center of the state, and I can be on the mountains in literally 20 minutes. I can be on the water on my boat at the lake in 30 minutes. And we got the Tetons here. We got Yellowstone National Park here. We got blue ribbon fishing on our rivers. So it's a really cool place to live. But you got to be able to handle the wind, because it gets quite windy here. And you got to be able to handle the seasons, because it does get pretty cold in this neck of the woods. Anyways, I love this, man. I'm just so happy. I feel blessed because this is what I wanted to do. This is what I've wanted to end it with. This last part of my life, I'm only 60 years old, and I can see me doing this podcast and videography for the next 15 years or so, and then passing it on to my kids. You could probably hear the wildlife in the background, the birds and whatnot. And who knows what we run into. I may be up here cooking one day and a bear could come along or something like that. That would be crazy. Wonder how many hits a video like that would get. But anyways, don't forget to check me out. And when you do, please like and share my channel. It's Wild Adventures, WYOLD. YO for Wyoming, and just kind of turned it into wild, which I thought was kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, I think one of my first recipes is going to be either my ribs, or I'll show you how to make steak like you've never had before. We're getting ready to come up on my spot, so this is cool. I'm driving around and I'm driving around trying to find the perfect spot to get out, pull my grill out, and film the perfect podcast, and I believe I found it. So you come out of those trees out into this meadow, and the views are outstanding. And camping up here and cooking outdoors is going to be a blast. You can see the views out here when you look around. It's just beautiful everywhere you look. And I happen to find a spot that has a creek on one side, has the view that you see out there on the other side, backed up to the woods and aspens. So it doesn't get much better than that. You can see it's just beautiful. There's moose up here, there's bear up here, there's deer up here, there's a little bit of everything up here. And you never know what you're going to run into, because I ran into it. It's a little rough back here, but it is worth it. Where I'm going to be filming is off the beaten path. There's that little creek I was telling you about. And then I'm going to go over here to do my setup. You never know what you're going to run into. I always get excited when I get up this far out in the wilderness, because I could go over the top of this hill and run into a moose or a bear or whatever. Elk. There's elk all over these mountains. I'm headed west right now, and I'm out on a mountain called Muddy Mountain, which is south of Casper, Wyoming. And that over there in the distance is the Shirley Basin. And the direction I'm headed is towards Alcova Lake, which is about 30 miles outside of Casper. Anyways, we are just about to my spot. I can't believe I finally found the spot that I wanted to do this at. Just beautiful up here, man. Just beautiful. Just kind of looking around, because I know that there's wildlife that'll pop out on me any minute, because I was up here yesterday just traveling around seeking. I had to go back and get some other equipment to get going, but I believe this is it. This is where I'm gonna film at. Check this out, man. Look at that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here where it's flat. You can see these aspen trees right in front of me, in the woods back there. And then I'm gonna park her right about here, pull out my grill and get her started. Out there in the distance, way out there, is Alcova Lake, but you can see why I picked this area. This area is unbelievably beautiful. That's the creek down there. And I cannot wait to make this video. Anyways, I'll be letting you all know when I'm live, when I'm up and rocking and rolling. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you soon. Later.